them steppers, huh? But you can't step with us. Niggas swear they certified steppers, but don't step enough. Oh, you be with them steppers, huh? But you can't step with us. Niggas swear they certified steppers, but don't step enough. Oh, you be with them steppers.
Welcome to the Certified Stepper Podcast. I'm your host, Smooth. This is my co-host, KP.
What's good? What's
Man?
Ain't nothing. Episode 22.
Yes,
we
sir.
here, huh? Why are you so toxic? I'm gonna have fun with this conversation, man.
You the toxic man.
No, oh no, yeah, we gonna talk about who toxic up in this conversation. Hey, before we go into it though, I wrote down some things like, you hear this like 2021. It's almost like it's so fucking cool to be toxic now.
Yeah.
Like people love you in your circles. They love talking about toxic shit. They love circulating toxic shit. They love
got
being
a clothing line called toxic.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? And like, if you really strip that fucking word apart and asking realize what you asking for your relationship, man, that shit is a headache. So what I wanted to do right before we go into like the whole topic of why are you so toxic, and pull from my personal perspective, I wanted to I wrote down some stuff like what I think toxic was. So like for me, it's like, if you using people for the benefit of whatever you trying to gain, and then it's like, fuck them, like that's some toxic shit. Projecting your insecurities on others, toxic shit, right? Can never own up to your fuck ups, right? It's always somebody else's fault, toxic shit. And I'm talking specifically when you're in relationships right now, right? Ghosting people, toxic. Downplaying situations. You big on ghosting? Yeah, I can't wait to get this topic with you. But like downplaying success of others, like you got your circle and you can't really celebrate your circle. Like I think that's toxic. You need to get them people out controlling people, things like that, etc. Anything that where like you taking from people and you ain't adding, I think that's toxic as fuck. But I'm gonna jump right into it real quick and I'm gonna ask you like, what's your toxic trait right out the gate?
I say ghosting people. Oh, ghosting females,
Oh, I know.
I just say that. Let's say me and a shorty not on the same page. I'm tired of dealing with her. I just ghost her.
Boom.
Yeah.
Would you ghost a chick if you were like, man, I don't really feel like going on this date, but I decided to go on the date? Would you ghost them and be like, I ain't fucking with, like you that level ghosting too?
Like before the date?
Yeah, like when you set up a date, but then it's like are you at that level ghost?
No. That's something you would do.
For me, if I had to like point out my toxic trait, it's probably like pushing boundaries. Like I'm gonna push your boundaries. Like I'm gonna challenge the fuck out you. I ain't talking about it in no productive way sometimes. Like I'm gonna go against the grain just because, you know what I'm saying? And like,
give me an example of that.
like pushing boundaries from an extent, like you could feel a certain way about something in a relationship, right? Mm-hmm. And I really could not give a fuck about the situation. I could really give you your way, but I'm gonna push that boundary, right? I'm gonna go against the grain and kind of poke at you a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I ain't gonna lie, like I know that's some shit that like I done been told, like, nigga, you can be annoying as fuck sometimes. So like
you didn't even say who's the most toxic out of us.
No, don't trust me. That was coming. That's the next question. I was about to ask you. I'm like, who? Like, no, seriously, they don't bullshit. Don't do this shit for the cameras, dog. Like,
I'll be real.
Be real, dog. Who you think is more toxic out of me and you?
It's definitely you, bro.
Speak on it,
man. I took a poll before we got here, and out of everybody we know, and 297 said Caleb, and 3 said Smooth, bro.
Get the fuck out of here.
Women lie, men lie, numbers don't.
We don't even know 300 niggas. I'm gonna let you have that though. But honestly, bro, I'm gonna keep it real with you. I swear to God, like I don't think I'm toxic at all. But and I've had women tell me, bro, that's some shit that a toxic nigga would say. Yeah. But you gotta hear me out when I say it. Like, so I yeah, nigga, I definitely think you more toxic than me, 100%. But that's because 100%.
Why though?
Son, you just said you ghost women.
You ghost women?
No, I ain't never admitted to that. Don't put words in my mouth.
No, you don't want to say. You don't want to say you did. That's all that is.
Hey, I ain't put it. Don't put it in my mouth. But listen, let me get my list.
Pause.
Yeah, please pause. Listen, you ghost women. That's boom one, right? Like you was on an episode talking about how like chicks hit your chick be trying to interact with you on social media. You ain't responding to none of them, right?
My comments you talking about.
Yeah, your comments. I'm just running through stuff you said, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, she got to be a 9 for you to even have a conversation with her.
No, hell, I didn't say that. I said
That's how
I only
off.
shoot my shot at 9s and 10s.
Like, we gonna table the conversation, I guess, but like we gonna agree to disagree. Like,
But
you definitely more toxic.
The reason I think you the most toxic is because you always in the streets.
Hey, you cannot equate being outside
once or twice a month. You go out about 4 times a week.
And pastors are saints, huh? And pastors are automatically saints, huh?
Hey,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Hey, what's done in the dark, my dude? You little sneaky. But like, you know, like we gonna table it. I'm gonna agree to disagree with you on that one. I definitely think you both toxic, but go ahead, man.
I got you. So what's the most toxic thing you've done and the most toxic thing that has happened to you?
So I'm gonna start with the most toxic thing that happened to me. Cause you done brought up, we both have. I done brought it up, and you done brought up my abortion situation. So and this is recent, so that's probably why it's fresh in my mind. The most toxic shit that happened was like, so like when and I'll touch on a little bit, when that abortion shit happened, right? Like I was the one saying keep it.
Yeah.
She was like, nah, I'm gonna go with the abortion for whatever reason. The toxic part came in when the motherfucker came back and was like, yo, I want to try for a baby again. Yeah. Beloved, I'm not about to make that mistake twice. Like, nah. Yeah. Like, and then we had already had this whole Rocky Road shit. So, like, nah. But, like, other than that, I don't really have to, like, a few times at the 9-minute voicemail I talked about on the previous episode. I got a few pop-ups that didn't happen at the crib with uninvited show-ups and shit like that. But, like, I ain't had nothing extreme in terms of, like people like attacking me at a toxic level and doing some fuck shit to me because, again, like I say, I think it's part because I demand respect. Now, the most toxic shit I did, this is I gotta go back to college. Yeah. Like my chick at the time that I was dealing with had a birthday coming up, so I kind of like, you know, got her some gifts or whatever. But like the actual birthday celebration, I dipped and kind of like played it like it was some basketball shit. But I went. Pull up on a volleyball chick and ground.
Boy, you dirty dog.
That was like the most toxic thing I did. And I felt bad. I was like, now I'm real life missing my old lady birthday out here. But the old Caleb was going to chase some ass. Son. I'm
you like Future before Future. Oh, yeah. You Future before Future.
You crazy. What about you, though?
I say the most toxic thing that's happened to me was the entanglement thing. That's what I say.
Yeah, I ain't even recognize you when that happened. I was like, who is this nigga?
Shut the hell up.
But you had me going to the apartment, looking in windows. I said, dog, my bro tripping. All he needed was a speaker. All he needed was the boom box.
And I say the most toxic thing I did, I guess, was just accept it, you know.
What you mean?
The entanglement. Like,
oh, you because you was in the situation, you just accepted.
Rolling
it, right? Yeah, so like you felt like you was a toxic nigga, in general, just because you was like, damn, I'm basically being a fuck boy.
Yeah,
gotcha. That's what's up. But like, quickly, do you feel like toxic relationships are more fun than like the healthy ones?
Hell no. Like,
you know,
I wouldn't want to deal with that.
So
shit.
Look, have you had a toxic relationship that you can call, that you can now say, yeah, shit was low key toxic?
Yeah. In my past, when I was in my whole stage,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying, cheating and all that.
And have you had a healthy relationship, a real healthy relationship?
Yeah.
And so you prefer, so you feel like the healthy relationship is more fun.
Yeah. Ain't nobody want to be dealing with all that shit, man.
Yeah, I mean, but do you think it's levels to toxicity, as they call it? Do you think it's like certain levels that there's a threshold? I can deal with this level of toxic, but I ain't fucking with this level of toxic. You think like, or it's like toxic, and I ain't fucking with none of that?
Yeah, for me personally, yeah.
Toxic is toxic.
I wouldn't fuck with it.
Yeah, so for me, like, I honestly think that I won't call it toxic, but I think a healthy relationship comes with some bullshit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then when you going through it, it's bullshit, right? And it's some shit that you don't want to deal with, and it's aggravating as hell. However, you know, when y'all come through it, if it ain't nothing extreme, when y'all come through it, y'all look back on it, it's a moment in time that y'all can likely laugh at and be like, you know, yo, we was tripping. So I think those growing pains become memories that you fuck with. So I think, some of that bullshit, some of that toxicity, if it ain't too crazy, is kind of cool. But if I'm distinguishing between what I think is better, like, so I said too, a toxic relationship, because I've had one, is fun. I ain't gonna hold you, my nigga. I think a toxic relationship is fun. Just because it's like once I realize I'm in a toxic situation, like, for me it's like, all right, this is some shit that I'm enjoying this shit right now, but I don't think this is gonna work long term, right? But then it's like, okay, you're enjoying the sex. All right, this motherfucker snapping at you in the way, and you like, I'm really eating this shit. And like you, for me, I be in situations where I was like, normally I wouldn't even put myself in, but the shit funny or it's fun or it's like, it's interesting. So it's like, I enjoy the shit. However, it's like at some point, your stress that you add into my life is gonna fill up, and then I'm gonna be like, yeah, I'm off you. So like, it's fun when you're going through it, but yeah, I think the healthy relationship is better for me.
Actually, to think about it, man, I actually like kind of like toxic females, I guess you would call them.
I know you
like
do.
The ones
I was gonna leave you alone about it, but I know you do.
The ones that be like, Jeremy, you fucking up me, I'm gonna beat your butt. Shit like that.
That's your take, right?
I actually like females like that. You know what I'm saying?
So whenever you going through that situation and women snapping at you, is that a level of is that you saying, all right, shorty, you give a fuck? Like, are you liking that because you feel like now that she cares?
Yeah, I think that's why I like that. Because I feel that since she going off on my ass and constantly, she really
give a fuck. Yeah. So the reason why I'm asking that, so like you know me, like I hate them level of confrontations where you gotta get disrespectful with your tongue. I hate it. Yeah. But like what you just said made sense, because I had a situation where I was talking to a chick, right? And I ain't gonna be too long-winded on the story, but like I had a chick I was talking to, and my cousin, you know, my little cousin I go out with all the time, right? He had a chick, and we was meeting up, we was pulling up to this bar. And we did, and you know, women do their thing, they introduce themselves and they talk, right? And me and Cuzzo, we vibed out, we kicked it with our women, had fun. However, on the way home, like, she giving me a side eye, she quiet, she don't want to speak. So I drop off to the crib, I'm like, man, I'm not dealing with this shit tonight, I go home. Yeah. I'm in my bed, my phone ring. And she go off on me. And so like, at the time, my cousin was 24, right? And so she found out his age, I guess he told her, right? So she automatically think that the chick that he with is 24 years old. Me and her was having a conversation, and I had told her, I don't even remember telling her this until she brought it back up. She was like, you told me you'll never talk to nobody under 25, and the chick that I met tonight say that she know you from a homegirl of hers, which was true. I used to talk to one of her homegirls, right? And I'm like, where this conversation going? Yeah. And she was like, you a fucking liar, boom, boom, went off. Like, got me to the point, bro, where I snapped on her, like, I went stupid on her and banged in her face. Yeah. This motherfucker called me back, was like, yo, don't hang up. I just want to say, now I feel like we actually in a situation, in a relationship, because I could tell you give a fuck. Yeah. She was like, before that, she was like, I ain't know how you felt with me. And it was the dumbest shit to me. I was like, bitch, I got a spash on you so that you can feel like I got some emotions. All the other stuff I done for you that was on the positive side don't mean nothing. And that was why my answer was my answer just now, where I was like, you got to come with some of that BS, because like, she proved my point. It's like, if I feel like if you too straight and narrow and you too much of a good dude, chicks gonna call you boring. And if you too much on the wild side, chicks gonna call you toxic. So you gotta find that medium. And that's I right now I ain't gonna lie, I'm in that medium. Because there's a bunch of shit where I look at you and be like, beloved, I don't give a fuck.
I'm on the good side.
You go ahead and lie to these people, bro.
Hey, a toxic thing though, I was thinking about an example. One relationship I was in, this girl was going off on me. She like, fuck that, you need to leave. I don't want to be with you no more. We like we in the living room. So I get up and leave. It's like, oh, you just gonna leave? Hell yeah, motherfucker, you said leave. You left? Hell yeah, I left.
So y'all reconnected after that? Or you was like, nah, I'm straight?
After that. Yeah. She thought she wanted to get a reaction out of me. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna lie to you, like, and I could tell, because like some of the conversations I have, like, bro, our audience is picking up on the fact that they could tell. They was like,
no, they said you the talkative toxic one, and I'm the quiet toxic.
Nah, that's true. But I mean, like, man, if you really dress everything up and you think about, like, from a relationship standpoint, like, for me, like, if you show me toxic behavior, I'm gonna treat our situation as fun. Like meaning like I ain't finna take this nowhere. I ain't the Caleb that's trying to grow and prosper and be something in life. He ain't bringing toxic with him. However, while I'm single and we back outside, I'm indulge a little bit. The shit show.
You think you stuck in your toxic ways because women prefer drama over peace?
Some of them. Some of the shit I'll be 100% real with you. I've met women where like right out the gate when you have their interactions with them, they got the little snappy attitudes, you know. Why you asking these questions? You know, let me check it in. You know, all the little smart shit with their tongue. And like you can already tell, like, yo, don't be talking to me a certain way. You ain't finna control them, which I respect. You know, you have your emotions, you feel how you feel. So, like, for me, it's like, I know to stay in that space with them because it's like that's the shit they thrive on. They need that for that to feel like we doing something. Because other than that, you the homie, like to them. But that's why, like with them women, I'm only gonna take it so far. Cause it's like if you need this to sustain me, I ain't giving you that 24/7, 360. I'm too emotional. I like my fucking scalp rub, my back rubs. I won't talk about my day too much. I won't see how I won't have them conversations with you. I ain't finna do all this fighting with you. As soon as you fight with me, I shut the fuck down.
I don't really believe women like women prefer drama over peace though. You think they do?
Do you think they don't? Just think about it. I mean, all right, so you just said your situations where chicks was like going off on you, F you, chick told you to leave. You just said it a minute ago, get out of my house and then you gonna get up and leave? Yeah. That to me, that told me she pushing your button just to see what you gonna do.
Yeah, but she just wanna see if I still got feelings and shit.
That's not toxic?
Kinda, I guess, maybe.
I think it is. Maybe you don't. So overall, I think psychologically, so to answer your question you just asked me, psychologically, I think women prefer peace. Yeah. However, I think that there's built-in trauma and they haven't dealt with shit, so they don't know how to get to peace. So I guess to say, yeah, I think, to answer your question, yeah, I think women prefer peace over toxicity. However, I think what I ain't gonna say most, but what a lot of women know, only thing they know is the toxic side. Yeah. So that's all they can display. You know what I'm saying? So so I'll ask you a question though. Just like when you say do I think women prefer toxic behaviors over peace? It's like whenever you out and you dating and you doing your thing with these women, whenever you presenting yourself, are you giving them that sweet side?
Yeah.
No, I mean that's not the sweet. I mean, that's the wrong word. Not the sweet side. Are you giving them the side that's gonna be mushy boyfriend material on the first date?
Hell no.
Are you giving not even on the first few dates actually? Are you giving them that I'm showing you boyfriend energy on the first date?
No.
Right?
Hell
and
no.
because you reserving some shit, right? You holding some shit back, right? Yeah. And so I think if you approach it that way and you try to give women peace out the gate, they gonna then turn that shit into some toxic shit because it ain't fun to them. Like,
if you give good shit, probably if you give like that good boy shit straight out the gate, they're gonna look at you like a simp, man.
That's the reason why I'm saying I don't think they say they want peace, but it's a contradiction.
Yeah. I agree.
You know what I'm saying? But like so like along the lines of what we talk about though, so I'm gonna ask you the opinion. Do you think some toxic behavior is not saying women choose toxic over peace and not saying that you should be in a toxic relationship, but do you think some toxic behaviors are warranted for relationships? Because I didn't give you my answer. I told you I do. What's your thoughts on that? You think it's warranted?
I think it is. I think you got to have some to make the relationship exciting.
Right. Bar none. And if you don't, just think about when I'm dating a woman, if I'm bringing you to a restaurant every time we go out or we going to a club every time we go out, and I got like maybe 3 or 4 options, right? Restaurant, a club, maybe, hanging out at the crib, cooking a dinner, and and whatever else you want to put in that fourth spot. If we run it through that cycle every time.
You doing that on first dates?
No, I'm just saying. I'm saying like these are different dates.
Okay.
Different types of dates I do. Right? The first date probably gonna be some dinner so I can have a conversation. But if you getting to the point where you in a relationship with her and you running through these 4 dates, right? You repetitive with these 4. Boom, I do 1 through 4, go back to 1. Right? After a while, if y'all want some long-term shit, that's gonna become boring.
Yeah.
Right? So you gotta be able to spice it up. Even if you don't know how to date, I think adding other shit that makes it interesting, right? Hanging out with your boys, babe, I'm gonna be home at 12. You pull up at 2:30, right? You know, like I ain't trying to say be hella toxic, but like keep a motherfucker on their toes. You know what I'm saying? Like make them guess, make them think, make them feel like you know, like you can lose me at any point, just like I feel like I can lose you at any point. Yeah. That shit is reciprocated.
Hey, you know a toxic story I thought about for you?
What?
That time you came home when you was in a relationship and you came home at like 5:30 in the morning, 6, and you told your lady that you was celebrating Boosie was out of jail. You remember that? Boosie free, I was celebrating.
Boosie home, dog. That's when I was in New York. Yeah. Hey, but that's because New York was outside till like 4:30. Even if I told you, bro, she had the curfews on me, so I was like, I ain't never gonna listen to no curfew. And that goes back to my earlier point, real quick, before we jump into to bro talk. It goes back to my earlier point. Like, soon as you put them rules in place, soon as you start saying, this is your guidelines, like follow this verbatim. Be home. I need you home at midnight or some shit. I need you home. Man, as soon as I see that, all right. I'm finna poke. Yeah. All right. Cause I don't think a relationship is ran on structure like that. Like you supposed to meet each other at your happy state and, then learn to compromise with each other from there. But like the minute you start changing the motherfucker, like you changing the dynamic of what that relationship can be to me. Cause now you getting a shell of a person. That's what happened with my last situation. I was like, all right, I'll give you everything you asking for. Now you getting this watered down, not coward, but soft ass, lame ass. Nah, not no simp.
Simp Caleb.
Not no simp. Lame ass Caleb, like some dull ass me. I felt it. To other people, I probably still look like I was whatever, but to me, I was like, I feel like a square. That's what you get when you start. So like, never again, bro. Yeah, man. But like, so like, at the end of the day, toxic shit is toxic shit. People gonna be people. I just wanted to have a conversation about it because it's like, I think it's dope and weird at the same time. That like the dope part is because it's fun, but that like people really relish on like this toxic behavior. You can look at social media all day, every day, and you see toxic shit on your timeline, and it's celebrated, right? And it raises for interesting conversation because then women and men, I guess, but a lot of women then turn around and be like, "Yo, these men ain't shit," right? But then, like, you celebrate the stories that you hear, right? Whether a chick getting fucked over or a nigga getting fucked over, whatever happened, it's celebrated a lot of times. And it's like, okay, if you're going to keep circulating that toxic shit, this is what it's going to come with. But yeah, man, I'm going to go ahead and let you take it away with your bro talk before I tell you.
So bro talk, I'm going to just say, when you approach the chick in the bar in the club, stop buying them drinks and let they buy their own shit. This shit ain't going to work.
That's it, right? You ain't getting no numbers, dog. Hey, wise words from Smooth.
Hey, real quick, who's your top 3 in the world most toxic dudes? Who you think? Or toxic niggas?
Are we talking about celebrity status?
Yeah,
people?
celebrities, anybody.
My top 3?
Yeah, who you think is the top 3?
Shit. Future from 2018. Future from 2019, and Future from 2020.
I got Future. I say Drake. He's because that shit he just did. He slept with that dude wife over 8 years.
Oh, yeah.
And KP.
To wrap up this episode, man, really quickly, bro, my bro talk, beloved, listen. Fix yourself before you try and come get involved with me. Period. Like don't come to me broke and thinking I'm finna present some type of person to you that's just gonna automatically fix your happiness. When you walk up to me, you need to be happy. Because like if you ain't doing that, you doing the whole relationship a disservice. A man is only gonna do 3 major things for you, sweetheart. He gonna provide for you, however y'all agree that that providing is gonna happen. He's gonna protect you, and I ain't talking about just physical. I'm talking about emotionally, support-wise, all of that. And then he's gonna support you, right? The third one was support. Like your dreams become his and vice versa. If you ask for any more of that from a nigga, like in terms of like it's mandatory for the relationship to be sustainable, you gotta hold the L trying to fuck with me. So like my bro talk is fix yourself before you even try and come talk to me, because we finna have a real conversation on how we moving forward if you trying to fuck with somebody like me. At the end of the day, it's your relationship, your life, do what the fuck you want. This is episode 22. I am your host, KP. This is my dog, Smooth. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. We'll see y'all on the other side. Kick yo.